Yes, guys. So, evening review for day number 2. Guys, if you're not listening in live, don't worry. This is the point. The reason I'm doing this, it just helps me upload these videos a little bit quicker. And also, if people do log in live, I am able to answer any questions as I go through. But I'm going to try and keep this quite punchy. The reason I've got my earphones in as well is because what me and Liam are doing is we're going to create an audio file for all of the videos, because we appreciate for some people it is easier to just listen to instead of having to watch. So that's also something that I recommend, guys. Even if you're watching this through YouTube or through the link in the group, sometimes it's easy just to kind of put the headphones in and not have to watch the screen, not look at me. But it just can be sometimes easier just to kind of, you can still do jobs or you can chill out and listen as we go through. So I'm just going to check that it has gone live through my phone. And then I'm going to get into the evening review tonight, guys, which is going to be a big day tomorrow. A very big day tomorrow, which I'm going to explain now as we talk through. Right, okay. So I think if you click on the link, then it takes you through to YouTube where you're able to see this. So I think we're rocking and rolling, guys. It won't be showing in the actual feed itself, but it will send you through to this video if you click on the link, which is what I wanted. So guys, today is a review day. So this is the evening review. So I want to reiterate a few key points. And then I'm going to talk about a meditation that I'm going to put into the group that's really powerful. It's one that I've utilized myself, and I think it can be really beneficial on understanding how to use the breath to calm yourself down, to control the body, to control the breathing, to control your thoughts and emotions. You can start to control the breath. It starts to calm you down, and then you can enforce and bring in some positive thoughts and positive emotions, which you'll understand more when I start to talk about the focus for tomorrow. So, guys, it's a really important one when I keep talking about reviewing the day. And we're always trying to associate it for these 7 days with the word of the day. Okay, so where you've defined the word, and then you've created your actions for the word that day. When you look back over the day, it's about thinking, okay, in all of the situations that I've been in through the day, have I adhered to what I wanted to? In terms of, again, the first day being committed towards that action, or towards more actions that you start to realize, right, okay, so these are more things that I'm committed towards. And then for determination as well, the one action or the one focus you put for that. But then again, the task through the day is then to think of more things that you are determined towards, you are determined to do. So this starts to create a list. And the benefit and the power of all of this, guys, is it starts to really build kind of like everything that you want to be working towards. Because again, I'm not giving you the answers to these questions. That's why I'm asking you to define it and you to come up with the actions for your life, for your purpose, for where you want your life to go. So what you're starting to do is create this massive tree of branches of all of these different things, all of these different aspects. And with the question of like the best version of you, when you look back over the 7 days, you will have done hopefully that much kind of like research and brainstorming, but you will have created the best version of yourself just from all of the answers you've put down. So each day, put effort into not just creating one action. That's the aim of the evening, right? Okay, so the word for tomorrow is this. This is how I define it, and this is the action I want for the next day. But then when you go through the next day, really try and think about other actions and other things that you want to be doing, other thoughts you want to be thinking, which I'm going to touch on in a minute, other behaviors you want to be showing. And this then starts to, again, create that best version of yourself. So you're doing it automatically just by completing these tasks, which is really key. So to rein it into the review of the day, I want you to look back over the day. Again, you can pause this video now, or if you're listening live, do it after the video, and just close your eyes. It does help to have a bit of music on, but close your eyes and think back over the day and think about everything you've done today that you've utilized the word and the definition determined for. Like really dig into that, like think of everything today, and don't ever think like it's too small. It's too small a thing to think I needed to be determined to do that. Because it's not. Something as small as being determined enough to wash the pots or to make the bed, or to be the best version. I'm determined to go out and be the best version of myself in a situation where I know I'm going to get tested. You can still be determined in that scenario. And that's why, again, thinking about the best version of yourself is so key. So when we're reviewing the day, each day you're going to think about the word and how you've acted in relation to that word, but then also relate that over to the best. I keep saying the best version of yourself, and hopefully this will start to evolve as the week goes on. You can start to add a little bit more to that best version as you get more confident. As I spoke about in a previous video, you'll have more confidence in saying, yeah, this is the best version of myself. This is who I want to be. You start to believe in that. So then when you're reviewing your day, guys, this is something you could do every single night. And I do it every night. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't look at these tasks as one-offs. It's the people that look at things as one-offs that will never get anywhere, because it stops after that. And then they fall back into a negative pattern, or a pattern that isn't serving them. So these things shouldn't be looked at as an effort, like, fuck, I've got to review my day again. It should be more, I want to review my day again. I want to understand where I've kind of gone wrong in a way, or could have done better, so that when tomorrow comes, I know in those decisions, in those moments, I'm adhering more to my values, the person that I want to be. And that's why these are so key. This review of the day is so key, and why I'm going to do it every evening. I'm going to remind you every evening, and I hope that you're with me every evening on reviewing your day. And journal it down, make a note. This is about improving yourself. This is about improving yourself to be the best version and to move towards where you want to go to. And again, you might have come into these 7 days with a goal and a focus in mind. You might come into these 7 days with a change that you want to implement. Or you might just want to be taking power. But you are taking power by reviewing your day. You are taking power yourself. How many people do that? And I've said this before, but so many people hide away from how they are thinking and acting on a daily basis. And they'll go to bed at night, ignoring half the stuff they've done, even though it's against who they want to be. And again, that's how they fall into this negative pattern. So you are taking power by doing this exercise, because you are actually standing up and thinking, no, I'm going to be the person that does that. I'm going to be accountable to myself. I'm going to review my day. I'm going to see where I've been committed. I'm going to see where I've been determined. I'm going to see where I haven't. I'm going to see which times I've been at the best version of myself, and some of the decisions I've made, which potentially I shouldn't have made and I could have done better. And again, it's not about judgment. This isn't about thinking back over your day and thinking, I could have done better there, I shouldn't have done that, really pissed off at myself, and really getting caught up. And it's not about that. It's actually being good enough to say to yourself, right, I'm giving myself a pat on the back because I'm recognizing that I should have made a better decision there. And again, the key to this exercise, guys, isn't to judge the fact you've made a bad decision or haven't aligned yourself or have aligned yourself. It's about awareness. It's about you being able to notice where you have been in line with yourself or haven't, or have been in line with the trait or haven't, or have made the right decision or haven't. And the awareness creates the change, because then when it happens again the next day, again, there's that little pause, and you will remember, your mind is clever, and it will think, 1 minute, you did a review last night on this because you made the same error yesterday, and you said to yourself last night you weren't going to do that again. So your mind will remind you. And then it's down to you to make that choice. Am I going to adhere now to who I want to be, or am I not? And slowly but surely, this awareness will start to change the decisions you make, the person you are trying to be. And that creates that shift. It gives you the power to be the person you want to be. And again, to work towards everything that these 7 days are trying to create. So guys, take time tonight to review your day. That's really important. Think about the word of the day, the action that you tried to implement, or you should have implemented, hopefully you did. And then just think about everything you've done today. Has it aligned with who you want to be? And again, if you haven't answered that question, guys, the best version of yourself, please do it. Please write it down, rewrite it, keep going at it, keep building on it, keep refining it until you can read it and really sink into, this is the person that I want to be. And you can visualize it. You can see yourself in different situations and scenarios. So guys, that's reviewing the day. Now I'm going to touch on, so please do that tonight. Okay, please do that tonight. Spend 5 to 10 minutes to review your day. And now I'm going to touch on tomorrow. So guys, tomorrow is going to be a powerful day, and I'm actually going to give you the first action. So instead of asking you to think of an action, I'm going to give you an action for tomorrow. Okay. So the word for tomorrow is awareness. Awareness. So the first thing that I want you to do is give your own definition to that word, your own definition to the word awareness. That's really key. Okay. The action that I'm going to give you is thought-based. So I'm actually going to give you a thought-based action for tomorrow. So the action for tomorrow, guys, is this. Tonight, I want you to come up with one powerful thought, empowering thought that you want to say to yourself consistently tomorrow. I want you to come up with a powerful, empowering, positive thought tonight that you are going to say to yourself tomorrow through the day. Okay. It can be any thought you want. It can be around any area. If you're struggling a bit, think of your goals. Think of what you want to focus on. Think of the changes you want to make in your life. Think about the person you are trying or want to be. Okay. Try and relate that thought around that area. But again, it's down to you to what thought you want to create. So the word for tomorrow is awareness. You need to define awareness to yourself. The action I'm giving you for tomorrow, I'm actually giving you the first action. And it is, you need to do this tonight, guys. You need to create an empowering, positive, powerful thought for yourself that you are going to say to yourself tomorrow on a consistent basis. Okay. That is the action for tomorrow, but I need you to do that tonight. So guys, this is why tomorrow is going to be so powerful, because there's a few things that I'm going to ask you to do for the day. I'm going to talk through it tonight. I'll also do a post on it, but I'm going to talk through it tonight as well. I need you to be aware. And again, this is where awareness is really going to start to play in. You'll probably heard me talk about the word awareness a lot, and it's okay. But I also want you to be aware tomorrow and utilize your notes in your phone. If you can do it in your journal, brilliantly. But again, I appreciate if you're out and about, using your phone is key. But try not to keep it in your head. Get it down into your phone, then put it into the journal in the evening. I want you to be aware of any toxic and negative thoughts that come into your mind through the day. Any limiting thoughts, any thoughts that limit you in what you can do or how you see yourself, anything that puts you down, any toxic thoughts, negative thoughts that come into your mind through the day and really stick with you. I want you to note them down. I want you to make a note of what they are. And can you be aware enough to do it when it happens? Or are you that caught up in it, you actually forget that this is part of the task? So that's why awareness is going to be a really interesting one, to see how you define it yourself and to see if you've got the willpower, the determination from today, the word, to stick with this exercise and do it. This is powerful, guys. This is probably one of the most impactful things that I've ever done on myself and my life. And that's hand on heart. Okay. So I want you to be aware and note down any toxic and negative thoughts, limiting thoughts that come into your mind tomorrow through the day. Note them down. I also want you to try and note down. You don't have to do this on the spot. You can reflect back on it. Again, in the evening review if you wanted to. But the cause, like what caused these negative thoughts, these toxic thoughts, these limiting thoughts? Like what caused them? Was it external? Was it something like a person, something someone said to you, the way they acted? Was it the environment you were in that made you feel a bit uncomfortable and brought the thought up? Was it something you were watching and listening to that triggered a negative or a toxic thought? Or was it internal? Was it nothing necessarily on the outside, but just suddenly you start thinking about a negative situation or a negative thing or a limiting thing about yourself? Note it down. Note what that was. So through the day, I also want you to note down any negative, toxic, limiting thoughts that come into your mind. Big day tomorrow, guys. Big day for day 3. I also want you to then think about and note down the effect that that has. So what did it make you do, or how did it make you feel? So when you start to have these negative thoughts, these toxic thoughts, these limiting thoughts, like, did it make you do anything? Or did it make you not do anything? Actually retracted you back, made you quite isolated, made you hide away a little bit. You didn't want to go out. You didn't want to be around people. Or it might have made you act out or snap at someone that you didn't want to snap at. It might have made you binge eat or drink or have some alcohol. It might have made you do something that you didn't want to do. But what was that? What was the effect? So we've gone through the cause, and then we've hit the effect. And noting these down and being aware of them is so key. So key. Again, goes back to so many people try to push this to the back of their mind and not think about it. It's fear for them. They don't want to think about these negative thoughts. Even though it comes into their mind, they want to ignore them. But you ignore them, they're never going to go away. They're never going to go away. And I'm going to lead on to that in another day with another word that's going to smash that. But I'm not going to talk about that just yet. So guys, this is the last task, which is when these negative thoughts arise, you note down what the thought is. If you can, note down the cause, and as well note down the effect. Then I want you to try something, and don't want you to get annoyed if you can't do this, or if you try it and it doesn't work straight away. Believe me, this took me years to work, but it's a process that I stuck with. So when this happens, I want you to try and replace it with the positive thought that you've created tonight. So the positive thought that you create tonight, the empowering thought, the positive thought that you want to think about, tomorrow, if you have any limiting, negative or toxic thoughts come up that really affect you, I want you to try and replace it with the positive thought. And I'm going to tell you 2 key techniques that really will help you do that. Because what might happen is if you try and bring in the positive thought straight away, you might have resistance and friction. Because you're so used to that negative thought, it's so ingrained within you, it won't want to go out. It will push that positive thought back. So I'm going to show you 2 techniques now. The first one is to associate feelings with this positive thought, okay? So think about tonight when you create a positive thought, attach some feelings to it. Why is it positive to you? What feelings is that bringing you? Is it bringing you a sense of love? Is it you thinking about a loved one? Is it bringing you a sense of excitement or motivation? Is it something you're aiming for? Is it bringing you a sense of pride, a feeling of pride, of just a warm feeling and of goodness within you? Whatever feeling you associate with this positive thought, tomorrow, when you're trying to replace the negative with the positive, instead of just using a thought to thought, try and attach the positive feeling to that. The positive feeling and the thought should overcome the negative. So that's one technique I want you to try, but you've really got to sink into the feeling, guys. You've really got to give this a go. The second technique can also help with this, and it's a breath work technique, which is to slow the breathing down. When you start to slow the breath down, your body naturally starts to calm down. It starts to come out of the fight or flight, okay? You start to calm down. You go into the parasympathetic nervous system, basically your body starts to calm down. When it calms down, you were able easily or easier to transfer the positive thought over. Without calming yourself down, you can be still quite hyped up off the negative, still quite a bit angry or a bit tense, or just a bit frustrated with that feeling. So we need to slow those feelings, calm those feelings down and introduce the new ones. So to do that, the breathing technique does help. It's like creating the base for the positive thought to come into place. So the breath work meditation that I'm putting in the group tonight, okay, guys, it's an American lady. So like I always say with meditations, I appreciate sometimes you have got to be able to handle the person that's speaking or handle the music that's playing. I've done some personally where the voice has frustrated me that much that I couldn't sink into the meditation. And I've been open and honest with that and thought, I can't sit this. So I've stopped it and found something else. So I've got a few that I really can sink into. I've got somewhere the voice might frustrate me or the music might frustrate me. So I've got to be open and honest. So if it does, just look for another calming breath meditation. The reason I like this one is because it's a process. So by the end of it, the lady actually gets you to kind of test how slow your breath is. And it should have slowed down considerably. And what that does is it shows you how it's possible. And it literally proves it to you during this meditation. So then tomorrow and going forward, if you ever start to experience like negative sensations that make you quite panic or anxiety or frustrated or angry, understanding that utilizing breath techniques will do 2 things. It will calm your body down. It will calm your feeling sensations down. It will also calm your thought processes down. Your body will start to calm down and relax. And then you can start to introduce the positive thought and the positive feeling. And that should transition and put you in a positive state. And that's why this week is about showing you how to take the power, how to harness the power, how you can change your state. Someone pisses you off, if something annoys you, if something frustrates you, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling low, it is in your control to change. It's not easy, but it is in your control to change. And the more persistent you are with it, the more determined you are with it, the more committed you are with it. See, these words are still coming through. It will happen. You will start to be able to change easier. And again, 5 to 10 years ago, I used to sit in hate for hours and days and weeks and struggle to get out of it. It would affect everyone around me. It would affect everything that I was doing. And it seriously affected me and my health and my mental health. Where I'm at now is understanding how powerful these techniques are and how much they do work. And that's why I'm trying to share it with people, because I know it works. But it took me persistence. I had to stay with this. I had to be determined. I had to be committed. This wasn't a one-off and then I stopped. Sometimes it didn't work, but it didn't mean I gave up. Didn't mean I gave up, because I saw the power in it. I understood the power in it. I believed the power in it, and I persevered with it. And it works. I utilize this. This is real motherfucking stuff that works. I promise you that. But again, persistence, patience, determination, commitment, all of these things help create the path to change, to true change. So guys, I'm going to wrap up there because I appreciate it's 20 minutes, and also the meditation is quite long and it's 9 o'clock. So hopefully this is going to start to be a bit of a routine for yourself. Because if you think about this, right, okay, so it's 9 o'clock now, I'm shutting off. I'm going to listen to Ben's live or Ben's video, and then I'm going to do the meditation. That's an evening routine. How powerful is that? How much are you showing yourself there that I'm trying to change, and I'm trying to help myself, and I'm trying to do something for my well-being, my mental and my physical well-being. And that's a beautiful thing. So well done to yourself, like truly well done. Really good, guys. After I finish this, I'm going to be meditating myself. Like I say, it's going to be a busy week for me. So I'm just making sure I'm getting everything boxed off. I'm staying focused and I'm staying on it. I'm staying on point. And this drives me. Knowing I'm helping people as well, guys. It's a big drive of that. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm just going to very quickly recap through everything. Review your day, please, after this. After this, calm yourself down, shut your eyes, think back over the day. Think about the word determined. Where have you showed determination? Where have you been determined today? Have you been determined in your action? Then also review your day in terms of, have I been the best version of myself? Where have I acted out of alignment? What could I have done better? Where have I acted in alignment? Where can I give myself a pat on the back? Don't judge. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get caught up in it. Just be aware of it. So you know tomorrow if it happens again, you can make either the same choice if it was right or a better choice if it was wrong. Just be aware. Once you've done the review of the day, I want you to define awareness. And then I want you to create one positive thought, empowering thought for tomorrow that you're going to think about through the day. So important, this, guys. A really positive, empowering thought for you to think about that makes you feel good. Positive, empowering. Think about your goals, what you want to do, who you want to be, what you want to change into, something powerful. Believe in yourself. Give yourself this. Give yourself this. Give yourself a powerful, positive thought to say to yourself. Okay? Then tomorrow, I'm going to recap in the group, but it's awareness of negative and toxic thoughts, limiting thoughts. It's awareness of the cause, and it's also awareness of the effects. Then can you replace it when that happens with the positive thought? And remember, if you're struggling, if there's friction, the two techniques I'm telling you and guiding you to do is bring feelings into the positive thought. How does that positive thought make you feel? Associate positive feelings with the thought. And the second one is to use a breath technique of just slowing the breath down, calming yourself down, and then reintroducing the positive thought and the positive feeling. So if you do this breathing technique, I'm going to put into the group now, it will just show you a way of calming the breath down. If not, utilize the one that I do in the morning meditation. Deep breaths in at a steady pace, deep breaths out through the nose. As you progress, just try and go a little bit longer each time. And guys, this is change. You are working. This is happening. Believe in yourself. Be proud of yourself. It's all a process. Enjoy it. Keep working at it. Be determined. Use that word today, determined. I'm determined to capitalize on these 7 days and make a powerful change within my body and my mind. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope this has been good. Again, there'll be a review every day, and it's about reviewing the day. How has the day gone? And then I'll also be touching on what the next day is. Exciting stuff to come, guys. There's some powerful stuff to come. I'm excited to deliver it out there. So I'm going to wrap it up. 25 minutes. Have a great evening, guys. I hope you're able to do this, and I hope this puts a great positive shift on your evening and then sets you up for a powerful day tomorrow. Again, utilize that meditation in the morning. Again, it's repetitive for a reason, because I need you to get used to doing this in the morning. But with that best version of yourself, can you evolve it every day? Can you get more vivid and a better visualization of it every day? Can you put yourself in certain situations every day where you are acting out some of these actions and traits and characteristics? Can you get into that breath work? These are all things that need to be worked on. So it's not a one-off. It's not a one-off morning meditation. It's an every morning meditation to set your day off. If you can't do it as soon as you wake up, mid-morning. I do sometimes, if I can't do it first thing in the morning, about 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., I'll come up, find a bit of space, and I'll do my morning meditation then. So fit it in when it works for you, but make sure you do it because it's powerful, guys. Remember, this is creating a routine, a structure to help you change into the person you want to be. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Said that a couple of times. Have a great evening, and I'll see you or hear from you tomorrow. Last thing, guys, please, if you feel comfortable, share into the group, the community group. Appreciate we've got a lot of members now in the group, but I also appreciate it can be tough sometimes to put stuff out there. I can guarantee this group is going to stay positive, it's going to stay non-judgmental, and it's going to stay supportive. I'll make sure of that. But again, it will help for people to communicate, to share experiences, to share perspectives. It's about being positive and supporting each other. So if you feel comfortable enough, please do share in the group. And hopefully this group can turn into a really powerful place that you feel you've got support, you've got a good vibe. I've got a couple of WhatsApp groups that I came off WhatsApp very quickly, guys. Cut off the video from rambling now. The main bit's gone through. This is an added bit. I came off WhatsApp last year, deleted all my groups, came away from it. The stuff that was going on, I didn't want to be involved in. I didn't want to hear about it. I didn't want to see it. And then this year, I started a WhatsApp group again with the podcast group that I've got with Liam and a chap called Ollie Dunn. And it became so powerful. It became truly powerful. It became a place where we were talking about goals, about ambitions, about visualizations. We were dropping in YouTube clips. We were dropping in motivational things. It turned into such a positive group. And I could just listen to Ollie and Liam share a conversation, but it empowered me just to listen to them too. Or vice versa. They could see something because they knew what my goals and visions were. They might drop something in and say, Ben, this is perfect for you. Listen to this, or vice versa. It became such an empowering group. It was like a mastermind group. And I really want B1 community to become that, where everyone can support each other, drop things in that really help push each other on, trigger each other in a positive way, and in a place where you don't feel judged. You don't feel judged. And that's the biggest thing, guys. It's positive, it's supportive, it's B1. That's what I wanted this to be about. Guys, I am 100% going to wrap it up there. I'm rambling on. Appreciate it's late. Have a great night, and I'll speak to you soon.